Hey, what's up, my truth seekers? How you guys are doing? Hope you guys are doing on this blessed Sunday. What I'm gonna do is go back and play the 30 minutes until not 30 minutes, 30 seconds, guys, until more come in. So I hope you all are enjoying your day. Okay, guys, I'm back. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Happy blessed Sunday. Guys, I want to go ahead and go over a few of the things. Mainly, as you can see, I want to go ahead and talk about Kanye West. Really, not too much about him, but what he's going through. Because, like I said, guys, I really think that this is much bigger than Kanye West. So, we're going to go ahead and talk about some of this stuff right here, and we're going to go through some scriptures. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, especially when it comes to our people, because we so used to jumping on the bandwagon, and that's something that we have to stop. I see a lot of people, they even really upset with me, wants to go ahead and unsubscribe. But like I said, there and say, I'm gonna stand on my truth, whether people like it or not. Because like I told you guys in here, I am not getting paid for this. This is my ministry, and I'm gonna stand on righteousness, whether people like it or not. And I'm gonna ride it until the wheels fall off. And if this is not for me, the platform for me, then like I said, oh well. But like in here, I'm gonna have fun. I don't want to be a part of something where I know that I am being controlled. I don't want to be a part of something like that. I want to be free. And I see a lot of people, they just don't like it. But like I say, oh well, you have to find a channel that's going to suit you. Because one thing when it comes to me, I'm not a person that's going to sugarcoat. In here, it's grown folks, and you're gonna have to eat meat. If you don't want to eat meat, then get choke or leave. So that's how I feel. But like I said, it is what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about a little few scriptures when it comes to Kanye West. And like I say, I do not condone some of the stuff that he's doing. And tomorrow, my son, he's supposed to come on. Maybe around about 2:30, he and we're going to go ahead and talk about some more. He disagreed with a lot of stuff that I am talking about, but like I said, I see a bigger picture. And the thing about it is that we have the right to agree to disagree. And when it comes to him with that White Lives Matter t-shirt, no, I don't condone none of that. And look how they went about it. They say the man, the Jew, the guy that he had that was printing the T-shirts, Dove Cheney, he took the T-shirts and he went brought it into the black community. Come on, guys, wake up! Now he's bringing T-shirts with White Lives Matters, and in the front with the Pope, with a white Pope. Come on, guys, wake up! Can't you see it? I just don't understand how you guys don't see the bigger picture. What these people are doing to us. Like I said, these people, they are working overtime on us. And the thing about it is that we are so so conditioned, comfortable where we are, where we're allowing all this stuff to happen. It's time for us to, come out of this. And Kanye, yes, he did. He said a lot of stuff, guys. But we also have to look at it that we can take the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. That's how I look at it. we can take the foolish things to confound the wise. And he said a lot of foolish stuff, but he also said some stuff that caught a lot of our attention. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm waiting for. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and start because, like I said, it is what it is. This is like I said, when you start talking the way that people want you to talk, yes, you're gonna go ahead and get a large follower. But when you start talking about the truth, hey, nobody, like I said, don't want to hear it. But my job is to tell it to them anyway, whether they like it or not. When two or three together, the Most High God has said, "There am I in the midst." So we're gonna go ahead and talk about. We're going to go through a few scriptures. That's what we're going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and do a few scriptures. Again, guys, happy blessed Sunday. We're going to go to, let's start with, we're going to go to First Samuel. Let me see where I'm at. First Samuel. We're going to go to First Samuel chapter 13. And like I said, we are quick to call people crazy, say that they need to be on their meds, calling them all kind of names. We quick to put our foot on people. And the thing about it is that we help these people. We help put our foot on these people. But like I said, there's a lot of people that's in the Bible they call crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go through some scriptures. So hold on. We're gonna go ahead and go through some scriptures. And we're gonna I'm gonna show you that there's a lot of people, I mean, a lot of people that was called that are crazy. And like I said, the Most High God can take the foolish things of this world and he can confound the wise, the foolish things of this world. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through a few scriptures because, like I said, this is to me, I look at it as a spiritual warfare. And even though Kanye opened it up, he's starting this conversation. And to me, this is much bigger than Kanye. Yeah, he did start the conversation. So, hey, he opened the door and we're going to go right into it. I hear like a static, guys. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Let me see. Let me see if I can hear myself because I hear kind of like a static. I don't know if it's my microphone. Not my microphone. So let's go ahead and we're going to turn to First Samuel, starting with 21 and 13. So let me go ahead and post it up so you guys can see exactly where I'm at. For some reason. Okay, First Samuel 21 and 3. And what I'm trying to get you guys to see is that there's a lot of people, believe it or not, that's in the Bible that they call crazy. A lot of people. And we're going to start right now with King David. And those that into the word, they know who is King David. Now, if they call King David crazy, then you and I, we don't stand a chance. We don't stand a chance at all. Guys, hold on one second. For some reason, I hear this static all in my ears. Okay, guys, I'm back. For some reason, I was hearing a lot of static in my ear. I don't know what it is. I hope you guys can hear me. Okay. All right, it's better now. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go to First Samuel, and I'm going to tie it in. And like I say, this right here is much bigger than Kanye West. This is much bigger than you and I. And we're going to start with First Samuel chapter 21, verse 13. And my title is Kanye West versus the world. Is he's proven his point. And what I mean by that is he said when you go against the industry, when you go against that big machine, trust me, you're going to be on the outs. And as you can see, a lot of different people, in high places that he was connected to, they are cutting them off. And we already know when it comes to the media is the beast. So turn with me to First Samuel 21 and 13. And guys, make sure you go ahead and grab your Bible. I'm reading out the New King James Version. I use different Bibles. Like I said, you have to know how to rightfully divide the word of truth. And in here, First Samuel 21 and 13, it says, "So he changed his behavior. So he changed his behavior before them, pretending madness, which means crazy. Let me read it again. So he changed his behavior before them, pretending madness in their hands, scratching on the doors of the gate, and let his saliva fell down on his beard." This is David, King David. Do you hear me? He pretended that he was going crazy, where he said he was scratching the door and he was allowing saliva to fall into his beard. And that's King David. And we are quick to say, oh, this person, he ain't called because they don't do all this in the Bible. Trust me, you will be shocked the things that goes on. Did you hear what I said? In 1 Samuel 21 and 14, it says, "Then Achish said to his servants, 'Look, you see this man is insane, which is crazy. Why have you brought him to me? Have I need of madness that you have brought this fellow to play the madness in my presence? Shall this fellow come into my house?'" They was talking about King David. They was talking about King David. Say, why are you letting this madman come into our house? So what I'm trying to do is trying to let you guys see that it was a lot of people that was in the Bible that they had considered was crazy. And it does not mean that they are crazy. When you speaking against things that they don't want to hear, some people will label you as crazy. We can go a little further. We can go into the New Testament. Let's go to John 10 and 20. John 10 and 20. I got 1 and 20, 10 and 20. John 10 and 20. That's where I want to go. Okay. It says 10 and 20, chapter 10, verse 20. "And many of them said, 'He has a demon as is mad, why do you listen to him? Did you hear what I said? It says, and many of them said, he has a demon and is mad. Why do you listen to him? Like I said, when it comes to the Bible, I do not look at it as pre-ancient stories. I look at it as a prophecy. It's talking about the future. And they are talking about, look what they said. And many of them said he has a demon and is mad. Why do you listen to him? Other says, these are not the words of one who has demons. Can a demon open the eyes of the blind? They talking about Jesus Christ. They talking about the Messiah. So they call Jesus crazy. They call Jesus a demon. And like it said right here in John 10 and 21, it says, other people saw that if he's a demon, can a demon open the eyes of the blind? And that's the question. No. Because the devil is not going to cast out himself. You're not going to hear the devil and his angels, his fallen angels saying, oh, stop it. Don't talk against anyone. No, they're going to continue causing havoc because we know that's exactly what the devil loved. He loved to divide. So he's not going to tell you to come out of your mess. No, he's not going to tell you that. And that's why I sit there and tell you guys, we can't sit there and just quick to cut people off. We can't quick to do that. The Bible says, examine. You have to examine a person. Let a man examine himself. And right here in John 10 and 21, it says right here, let me read it again. Others said, these are not the words of one who has a demon. Can a devil open the eyes of the blind? No, he cannot. And yes, Kanye have said a lot of stuff that does not make no sense. But he also said a lot of stuff that makes sense. Maybe he might be saying all this because now it got us talking. So instead of trying to put our foot on this man's neck, let's sit around, let's talk about it. Let's talk. And the reason why some of us don't want to talk about it is because we are comfortable where we are. Like I said, when you are sitting at these people tables, allowing them to throw you a few crumbs here and there, no, you're not going to talk against them. You're not going to criticize the ones that's cutting those checks. And I truly believe that when Kanye said that, did what he did, I know he knew that it was going to be consequences that was going to follow that. Because you have to realize who you are going up against. But somebody got to talk. Somebody got to say something. We cannot continue to allow this to continue happening. You cannot. Because what is so secretive? That's what I want to know. What is so secretive? You mean that you can have our people to do any and everything, degrading ourselves, making ourselves look like a fool, and you getting paid off all this. But the minute when something happened to other people, you guys know where I'm going with this, then all hell break out. The devil is a lie. I want to know what is so secretive. And if Kanye calling himself a Hebrew Jew, is a Jew, Hebrew, whatever he want to call himself, he can call himself whatever he want to call himself. You got people right now, as you can see, don't even want to be who they are. You don't see no one sitting there trying to cut them off, stop them from doing whatever they're doing. We got kids wants to sit there and change their sex, do all this other stuff. Nobody's saying nothing about stuff like this. Now, just because this man calling himself a Hebrew, a Jew, then you want to put your foot on his neck? Come on, guys, I need you to help me to make this make sense, because this does not make no sense at all. So let's go ahead and we're going to go through some scriptures. We're going to go through some scriptures because, like I said, the door is open. Kanye West, he wants to call himself Ye, and we're going to have to respect that. He have a very huge follower. And he have opened the door so now that we can have an open discussion. We can have a more mature dialect, talk about it. Hey, ACOJ, how are you doing? And God bless you as well. Happy Blessed Sunday, guys. Like I said, when you standing on your truth and you speaking against people, especially people that don't want you to know the truth, you want to sit there, yes, you're going to be canceled. I have a lot of people right now where they don't want to hear this. Long as I'm entertaining them, yes, they'll hear that. Entertain them, yes, they want to hear that, because that's what our people love to be stroked, love to be entertained. And that's why these people can work overtime on us. But you don't see none of that stuff in their community. No, you can't even talk against their community. Not at all. That's why I say our people, we have eyes and we can't see it. Ear, we cannot hear. Because we're so blinded by the things of this world. And that's sad. That is sad. But let's go ahead to John 20 and 15. We're going to go to John 20 and 15. First, we went through a few scriptures earlier. We went through Isaiah 21 and 13. And we also have went to another scripture, John 10 and 20. So we're going to go to John 20 and 15. Let's go to that one. Because what I'm trying to let you guys see, that most people that is called into the ministry, they have a call in their lives. They're not going to be like the ones that you think have it all together. Because if that was the case, the Most High God, he would not have allowed his son to go to the fishermen and the tax collectors, those that you think have it all together. He's going to go through to people that been incarcerated, people that you call nuts, like they calling them buffoons or whatever they calling him, saying that this man need his meds and all this other stuff, but yet he's proclaiming the gospel. He's fulfilling the word, whether you like it or not. And it may not come out the way that you want it to come out. But you have to realize we got people that's working overtime on us. Taking everything from us that is not nailed down, but you don't say anything about those people. But the minute when our people, we want to sit there and we want to crucify, we want to help nail him to the cross. And it's time for us to wake up. Because the first thing you guys want to say, oh, they don't act like that in the Bible. Jesus don't act like that. They called Jesus a devil. They called him a devil. Let's go ahead and let's break through a few more. Let's come through a few more scriptures. Let's go to we're gonna go to John 10 and 15, John 20. Let's go to John 20. John 20. I'm trying to get you guys to see it. And like I said, I know a lot of people don't want to hear it. They didn't come on to hear stuff like this, but like I say, oh well, I'm gonna stand on my truth. Because in here I am not a people pleaser. And trust me, like I say, these are subscribers. Like I say, whatever you want to do, guys, you do whatever you want to do. Because, like I said, everything got to come to an end anyway. But if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out with the word, okay? And that's real talk. Um, John 20 and 15. And Jesus said to him, woman, why are you weeping? Whom are you seeking? She's supposing him to be the gardener. Do you hear me? Now, what I'm trying to get you guys to see is that when Mary went to the tomb, she thought, let me read it again, a gardener, a gardener. Jesus said to her, woman, why are you weeping? Whom are you seeking? She, supposing him to be the garden, said to him, sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have led him, and I will take him away. That was Jesus in a field. Let me put it like that. The Bible say the garden. Jesus in the field. So what I'm trying to get you to see is that Jesus, the Most High God, when he uses people, he gonna use people that could blend in. So when Mary had went to go seek out Jesus in the tomb, she was talking to Jesus, and Jesus was in a garden. Let me see if I can make it big so you guys can see. Some of you guys know exactly where I'm going with this. So just imagine you see people out there working in the field, blending in, but yet one of them is the Messiah. So quite obvious, it's trying to tell you that he had to look like a normal person. But the thing about it is that we are so caught up on appearance because of this European standards. So that cannot be. But I'm here to tell you right now, the Most High God uses whomever he pleases. Let's turn to Acts. We're going to turn to Acts. And guys, if you have any questions, feel free. We're going to turn to Acts 15. Right here it says, Acts 12 and 15, it says, but they said to her, you are beside yourself. Yet she kept insisting that it was so. So they said, it is his angel. All this right here, they could not identify who it was. Because what I'm trying to get you guys to see, that he blended in. He didn't come like you guys think that he's going to come all together in his. No, he's going to come just like he is. The ones that you rejected, just like they say, the builder that you reject. Because you so busy looking for this person that have the PhD. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying, you looking at the person that have it all together, that you think that is appealing to the eyes. So just because they saying who they are, identifying and letting you know who they are, which they don't even have to say nothing, because the presence alone is going to speak for itself. Let's go to Isaiah. We're going to go to Isaiah 53:20. 21. And like I said, I'm not talking about Kanye West, just him alone. I'm just trying to get you guys to see the bigger picture, that we got to keep our eyes off of people, especially how we think that this person's supposed to be or look. 50 Isaiah 53:21. I think it's Isaiah 53:21. There might be another scripture. Probably wrote it down. Let's see. I don't even think that's a scripture. That probably not be the scripture. And rejected by man. Oh yeah. This one right here is Isaiah 53 and I'm gonna start with Isaiah 53:1. It says, who has believed our report, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? He shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and a root out of a dry ground, and is and has no form of comeliness. And when we see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. Letting you know that the Messiah, and I'm not saying Kanye is the Messiah, so don't go ahead and run with that, okay? Because if we had the Messiah in our presence, we wouldn't even know who he is, because first of all, we so busy looking at the outer man of person instead of searching the man's heart. And right here, that's telling you right now, 53:2, it says, for he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and a root out of dry ground. So if I can break it down where even a child could understand, I'm letting you know that he's going to come out of nowhere, as you might sit there and say the hood. If I can break it down for you guys, he has no form of comeliness, which means that he really came with nothing. And when you see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him, which means that he's not going to come pleasing to the eyes. So all this stuff that you are seeing, this angel light, whatever you want to define as beauty because of this European standard, that's not how the Most High God is coming. The Messiah is not going to come like that. He is despised and rejected. And you're going to reject him. You're going to hate him. He is despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hide as it was our face from him. He was despised and we did not esteem him. Did you hear what I said? Let me see if I can read it out of the NIV Bible. Because like I said, I'm trying to get you guys to see it, break it down where even a child can understand. Because see, we think, just like the ones in the Bible, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, we thought Jesus, the Messiah, was going to come sitting on the throne. No. No, not at all. Let's read it. Let's read it out of the NIV Bible. It says, "For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant." Let me change to the NIV. Okay. It says, "He grew up before him like a tender shoot, and like a root out of a dry ground." That's letting you know when you know how we sit there and say when a person grew up, oh man, he was not appealing to the eyes. Probably was skinny and everything else. Look, out of dry ground, probably came. He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him. Nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. The Messiah did not come looking like you think he was going to come, with that long blonde hair and those blue eyes and that pale face. Did you hear what I just said, guys? And this is not trying to sit there and downplay anything. It's time for us to tell the truth. The Bible said that and tell us that the Most High God is not a man that he shall lie, nor the Son of Man where he needs to repent. We lie when we hide the truth. Did you hear what I said? We are lying when we hide the truth. And 53:3 says, "He was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar with pain." This man knows what it's like to go through pain. He knows how it is to be beaten, rejected, out there working in the field for free, or maybe a billionaire and not being recognized as an entrepreneur, but being recognized as just a rapper. See, they're not going to give us no credit because to them, we are only here just to entertain, to buck dance. We're not here for our intellect. We're not here for that. And that's why we got to stop putting our neck on one another. Just because the media is putting out those lies, which they didn't say it was a lie. They gonna call them crazy. They gonna call them anti-Semitic. But one thing that they never called him, they never called him a liar. They never called him a liar. 53:3 says, he was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar with pain. Like one from whom people hide their faces, he was despised. And we held him in low esteem. Did you hear that? We held him in low esteem. Which means when we see the Messiah, the real Messiah coming, we want to hide our face. We want to be ashamed of him. Like they say, you have to be careful who you are entertaining. That same person that you crucifying, nailing to this cross, the same one that you pass by, don't even want to extend your hands to help that person to get up. That so-called bum in the street that you would pass by to go and buy these labels. You never know who you are passing by. Because we so quick, we so used to looking at the outer appearance of a person. We are some judgmental people. Isaiah 53:4 says, surely he took up our pain and bore our suffering, yet we consider him punished by God, stricken by him and afflicted. Did you hear that? But yet he bore our pain. He didn't have to do this. He didn't have to go through all what he went through just for us. Even Kanye didn't have to do what he had to do. This man says that he's a multi-billionaire. He don't have to sit there and say that open this door, that something that we've been praying to open. Now that it's open, we don't want to receive it. We don't want to receive it. We've been praying to reveal this to us, to open this door, someone with a huge platform. But yet you so busy looking at Kanye. Like I told you guys, this is much bigger than ye. Much bigger than you and I. The door is open now, but what we want to do? What do we want to do? We want to keep. This is our chance right here. This right here, guys, is our chance right here. That's just to show you that we have a long ways to go. A very long ways to go. This is our chance. But yet we still sitting there, we still questioning, because let me tell you something, it's not coming like we think that it should come. It's not coming like we think it should come. That's just to show you that we still have a long ways to go. But sooner or later, you're going to see. And we know that many false prophets is out there coming in. But one thing that we do know, that the sheep knows the voice, and a stranger they will not follow. We've been following this Messiah who we call Jesus since the beginning. We ain't had no problem with that. Some of us still have it on our wall. You Google Jesus, it's going to come just like that surface come with that blue eye and that blonde hair. We don't see nobody going around protesting that. That's white supremacists. We don't see no one doing this. But soon in a minute, when our people coming and trying to help one another, we want to sit there and we want to nail them to the cross. And I know that Kanye, yes, he did a lot of stuff. But we also have to sit there and look at the bigger picture. I was upset when he talked about George Floyd. I was very upset when he talked about George Floyd, where I had to go into prayer and I asked the Most High God, I say, reveal this to me. Now, what he said, Kanye said, that was not true. But also, we got people in high places, wickedness, people in dark places, that they would do something just like Kanye said. What happened to George Floyd? They would do stuff like that just to trigger us. Like I said, our people are counted like sheep for the slaughter all day long. They would do stuff like that, especially when it's time for election time, to get us as uproar, to get us all messed up. But you have been exposed. You have been exposed because they do that. Notice when it's close to election time, you've been hearing all this stuff. That's when it all comes out. This right here, guys, is a wake-up call. We got to start just thinking. This is a spiritual warfare that we are going through. Sometimes people do that. They target certain people just to get the massive uproar, just to get us all out of the box, so they can be able to push their agenda. And I got a lot of people upset with me right now, saying that I always, I know you try to give people the benefit or the doubt. I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. But you're going to know who that person is the minute that they start opening their mouth. But that does not mean that I am the one to judge that person. I am the one to put my foot on that person's neck. Because nobody put their foot on my neck when I was going through. When I was out there, nobody sat there and did it to me. They prayed for me. And that's what we have to learn to do. We have to learn to pray for our brothers and our sisters, because we are going through some perilous times. Instead of being so quick to put our foot on their neck. And I read all those scriptures to you guys. They called the Messiah, they called him the devil, saying he was demon possessed. But how can someone that's demon possessed give sight to the blind? Come on, guys. I'm waiting. Tell me right now. And Kanye West, he talked about all this. He said the minute when you talk about these people in the industry, he said they're going to cancel him. They're going to cut him off. They're going to silence him. And it's happening just like he said. Just like he said. And like I said, there was a lot of stuff, yes, he said, that did not agree to my spirit, did not make sense. But that does not mean that I have to sit there and just throw it all away. And my son's supposed to come on tomorrow where he want to talk about it. And me and him have two different views about things. But I'm looking at it in a spiritual realm. Not what you see. I'm looking at it in the spiritual realm. And I know that the Most High God can take the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. And like I said, when it comes to the word, all we have to do, like I said, go into scriptures, go into our history, And we know when it comes to Black history, we know that everything about us been erased. But like I said, the truth gonna always find its way back home. Believe it or not, the truth gonna always find its way back home. All you have to do is follow the bloodline. That's it. And I understand that a lot of people, yes, they don't want to hear this, but like I said, who gonna tell it? Somebody got to tell it because we so busy being entertained by the things of this world where we don't see the bigger picture. We quick to write a person off. But what if someone write you off? The only difference between Kanye and you guys that's watching, you guys watching from the outside in. And what he had said, I'm talking about, I'm talking about our people. I'm talking to our people. And some of the stuff that he said, we've been talking about it for centuries. We've been talking about it. But just because the way that it came out about it, that does not mean that we don't know how to chew and spit out. And that's what I'm doing. I'm chewing the fish and I'm spitting the bones out. Because when he came out with the White Lives Matter t-shirt, oh, they all was happy. They was happy. They was excited. But then a few days or a little week later, he came out with that stuff on Instagram. And they took that and they blew it out. And we know exactly what he was talking about. But see, that's what they do. They love to twist it. We know what he was talking about. He was talking about the people that he works with. He was talking about the people in the industry. He was not talking about the entire religion or whatever they go by. He was not talking about that. But they knew. They knew. And all we have to do is just look around. Who are the ones that's sitting there cutting these checks? And how they got our people out there selling their souls. You don't see no good singers out there. Like, you remember back then, Whitney Houston and people that really can sing without auto-tune. You don't even hear too much about R&B. Am I too old? All this about now is the rap music. Oh, it's going to set, they going to cut a check. Long as we talking about each other, talking about women in between their legs, calling them bees, and talking about all this killing and all this other mess. These people are writing checks for that. And that's what Kanye is talking about. And some say, well, he was doing it in the beginning. We was doing the same things, but do you want your children to do the same thing that you did? You may have had a reason why you did what you did, but now that your children, you sat there and made a life for them, but now their children don't have to do that anymore. And maybe that's what Kanye's doing. He went through just for the next generation. His kids are the ones that wants to come on board. They don't have to go through all that no more. But something, guys, some kind of light should come on. Some type of light should come on. What is these people hiding? Why they don't want to come to the table? Why they don't want to talk about this? Why when a minute when you speak on stuff like this, the first thing that they want to do is cancel you. They want to shut you up. But like I say, you can't keep sweeping it under the rug because that huge elephant is right out there. And this generation is not going to sit there and just take it lying down. That's why we have to stop being materialistic. We have to stop sitting there. In the minute we get money, we want to give it back to them. That's what they thought that Kanye was going to do. They love when we making money for them and we making money for ourselves, but yet they know that we are so foolish. We are not good stewards with that money. So what we do is we give the money right back to them. They love that. When they see these young boys in the entertainment, these rappers, soon the minute they get the check, it's gone. Or they done made some money and they still living in the hood. Because these big old monsters, these people with iron teeth, sucking them dry. That's to show you guys that we have a long ways to go. And the thing about it is that we don't know how to stand with each other. Look at what's his name? Colin Kaepernick. Look at him. How when he came forth, soon the minute they start raising the heat, everybody started running. We start running. We don't know how to stand with each other. Look at when Kanye was on this guy's show. What's his name? Nori, Drinks Champs or whatever. You know, I don't watch all that stuff. So in a minute when the heat came on, he deleted his video. Why did he delete that video? I still don't understand. We could have had an open discussion. They could have had a round table where everybody can talk about stuff like this. That's just to show you, man. We fight the wrong people. Let it would have been us against each other. Or we would have been able to sit there and fight it out. But with this, their word is Bible. They said, leave it alone, you leave it alone, and they leave it alone. No questions about it. Like I say, guys, this is a lost generation. And I understand not everybody wants to hear stuff like this. Because we are so far gone. We are lost. We are a lost generation. And that's why I hope Kanye, Ye, and I'm going to call him Ye because the Most High God took Saul when Saul was going to the road of Damascus to tear down. He changed his name from Saul to Paul. So if Kanye sat there and say his name is changed to Ye, then that's his name, Ye. That's what he wants to go by. But like I said, guys, this right here is much bigger than all of us. But the thing that I want to say is that we have to stop saying that I'm doing it for my people because not all of the not all we not all the same. We may look the same, but we're not all the same. Like they say, they may be your skin, the color of your skin, but not all of them is your kin folks. You know what I'm talking about. Not everybody is going to sit there and they're not going to come together. Wolves in sheep clothing, slave mentality, people still on the plantation. So that's why we have to stop sitting there and say, I'm doing it for our people. That's one mistake. Because not everybody's going to come on board. Only the remnant. Only the remnant. And that's just a little piece. That's just a piece. Because this road right here, this road is narrow. And not too many people wants to go on that narrow road. So we got to stop saying we're doing it for our people, because you remember in the Bible, in the Old Testament, when the children was in the wilderness, not all of them was able to come out of the wilderness. The old ones, they died out. These old ones got to die out. Only the younger generation was able to come out of the wilderness. And I remember Oprah Winfrey said something like that. And when Oprah said that it's the older generation, those are the ones that got to die out. I remember when Oprah said something like that, they came on her. They came against Oprah. You remember that? So we got to stop saying that we're doing it for our people, because not all kin folks, all skin folks is your kin folks. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Only it's just for the only a chosen people, just a small remnant. Not everybody gonna be able to go with you, because we got a bunch of people that are wolves in sheep clothing. Candy Owens, for one. Candy Owens, I don't think she's good for Kanye. I think she's sitting there, she's manipulating him. And that's my opinion. And we all have an opinion. I think she's there just for a hidden agenda. Help pushing all that mess. And that's why I say, we have to lift our brother up. We have to lift one another up. Because there's a lot of people that blessings can be attached to that. If they don't want his money in the bank, then hey, build your own bank, build it in your own community. And that's another thing. We got to stop thinking that these people are for us. We got to stop it. So, guys, look, I'm gonna go ahead and close it down. Talk to you guys later. You all be blessed and enjoy the rest of your day.